Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I share about my life while paying off my 6 figures of student loan debt from my physical therapy degree. Today's video, I wanted to share a little bit about, how August and September have been going financially, and probably from the title of this video, you can see that I am not going to be making a student loan payment this month because of everything going on. So I just wanted to kind of explain, what's been going on and why I don't think I'll be able to make a student loan payment this month. So up until this point, I usually put at least $1,500 a month to my student loans. I try to do more like $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and we had been doing pretty good at that, but August and September have just been really, really expensive, and I'm just going to kind of go into some of the crazy expenses and things that have been going on, quite a few related to the house, but other just life things in general. So yeah, let's just kind of get into all these expenses and just kind of break down, why paying my student loans this month isn't really probably going to happen. So first, we had to pay our cell phone bill, and we use Mint Mobile, which is significantly cheaper than Verizon, but we do prepay for the entire year. And that was $700 for both of our phone plans. And that is just a good amount of money right up front. And that just kind of came at a time when we were already spending a lot on other things. So yeah, not that we couldn't afford it, but that was just one of the things. Another thing that we weren't really anticipating needing to pay for was an air conditioning repair. So 3 weeks ago, our AC stopped working, and they had to come out and replace one of the parts, and that cost about $450. So that was significant. We did know when we purchased the house that the air conditioning unit was older, and the inspector said that it was still working great and should have a few years left, but we should anticipate eventually needing to replace it. So luckily we have been putting a good amount of money away into our savings, into our emergency fund savings, anticipating needing to replace the air conditioner. It just happened a little bit sooner, and again, just poor timing with everything else going on in these couple months here. So we did have to pay $400 for them to replace the part, and they let us know that it is leaking, refrigerant, coolant, or whatever, and so that we are going to have to replace it this year. Otherwise, our energy bill is going to continue to be really, really high, and that's something that we had noticed, that our energy bill had been really, really high, and I guess that makes sense because our AC unit hasn't been working very efficiently. So that is going to be around $7,000. We do have that saved away, so that's good. But yeah, that's just money that we're going to have to spend here soon. So yeah, that's another $7,000 on top of the $400. Luckily, if we go with the same company, they will take that $400 off the bill and for replacing the entire thing. Right now we are also renovating our guest bathroom, and again, this is something that we had been planning on doing. We had been saving the money, but obviously things end up being a little bit more expensive than you anticipate them. You have to make multiple Home Depot runs, and you need more tools than you thought you did, and all that sort of stuff. So one of the things that we definitely weren't anticipating was when we were taking out the vanity, there was an issue with the plumbing, and we did need a plumber to come out, and unfortunately, I feel like we got scammed. It was so expensive. It was $225 for the plumber. So that was, a couple $100 that we weren't really budgeting for in our bathroom reno budget, but that's fine. We have purchased, I think, almost everything for the bathroom reno at this point. I think we maybe have another $500 or so left that we are going to have to spend. I anticipate this all-in budget being $3,000, And I will have a like 3-part series coming out on my channel of our full bathroom renovation. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed, because it's a really like interesting process to do the whole, like a full gut, not just like paint and, you know, slapping pick and steel tiles. It's like a full gut. And so yeah, you might be interested in seeing that process. So that'll be coming out soon here. Yeah, and then 2 other things. So in a week, we are leaving for our trip to Hawaii, and that has been planned for a long time. Most of it is paid for. The only things that we haven't paid for yet is the rental car. That'll get charged when we're there. And the rental car situation is a little interesting. It could end up being $500 or it could end up being $1,500. So David's corporate discount was still in the app when he booked the cars, and so with the corporate discount it was $500. Unfortunately, he doesn't work for that company anymore, and if they ask for, you know, identification or proof of him working at that company, obviously we're not going to be able to provide that. So hopefully they don't ask and they just, you know, give us the car, whatever, no questions asked. But if they do ask, and you know, we do have to come clean that way, you know, he doesn't have that, or he's not working for that company anymore, then they'll probably remove that corporate discount. And rental cars in Hawaii are ridiculously expensive right now, and we anticipate that being like $1,500. So that'll be an ouch if that happens. So hopefully we can slide and get that discount, but we'll see. And then obviously we'll also be budgeting some money for food. I will be doing some like cheap eats videos for our Hawaii trip, and just some vlogs of the trip. So that'll be coming out probably in October. But yeah, so that's another expense that's happening this month. And then also Disney annual passes. So when we moved to Florida, we desperately wanted to get Disney annual passes, but they weren't selling annual passes to new pass holders at the time. So they just announced that they are finally selling them, and those are going to be $700 each. We are going to do the payment plan. So I think it's like a $200 deposit and then however much a month for the payment plan. And it's not a line of credit. It is, sorry, I was looking at my dog. It is not a line of credit. It is just a payment plan. So yeah, we will be doing that, just because dropping another $1,400 versus $400 at this like crazy expensive time. I think maybe eventually you do have the choice at any point in the year to pay it off entirely. So maybe after this like crazy time, we will pay it off maybe in like January or something, just so we don't have to pay the monthly payment. But yeah, so we are gonna buy those. And again, so that's another couple $100. And then the last like situation is that because we're going on vacation, I'm actually going to be missing out on like 7 days of pay or 6 days of pay. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like 6 days of pay. And that is because when I started this job, there was like a 90-day probation period before PTO started accruing, and my probation period ended on September 1st. So at this point, I've accrued like a few hours of PTO, so I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to save them for the holidays. But because of that, I will be taking the whole time as non-paid time off, which is fine. I'm glad my boss is letting me do that. The trip had been planned before I started this job, so yeah. But that's going to be, you know, a couple shorter or smaller paychecks in the month of September, and I think my other one will come in like the first week of October. So we'll be fine, but it's just, you know, a little bit less money combined with more expenses means I really don't know how much I'm going to be able to put towards my student loans in the month of September. I'm hoping to be able to put at least a few $100s once everything settles. We have to see, you know, how much the bathroom ends up costing, how much our trip to Hawaii ends up costing, anything like that. So I'm just gonna let kind of like the rest of the month settle out, and whatever is left over will hopefully be a little small payment for the month of September to my student loans. But honestly, I really don't anticipate being able to put a whole bunch. After this month, we're definitely going to be going on a budget cleanse, no spending, just trying to keep everything minimal spending for the month of October, November, and December. Nobody's getting no Christmas gifts. Our Disney annual passes are our Christmas gifts to each other. Yeah, so hopefully in the last 3 months, we can still, get back on track. And, my goal was by the end of this year to pay down to 20,000 remainder. And right now I'm at 28,000. So, that's going to be about $3,000 a month for these last 3 months. So hopefully we can do that if everything just kind of goes back to normal and we don't have any more of these crazy expensive periods. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update about that and just explain everything that's been going on. And yeah, so yeah, that's all I want to talk about in this video, just kind of a little update in general, and lots of exciting videos coming forward that I mentioned. So make sure you're subscribed if you aren't already, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.